In this special limited series, I'm taking you behind the curtain of the 2025 Bendigo Business Excellence Awards. Join me as I spotlight the winners of each category and discover what makes them truly exceptional.
Shaun Stephenson, Beck Legal.
Shaun Stephenson is a commercial lawyer at Beck Legal here in Bendigo and is this year's winner of the Young and Professional Award. Shaun, thanks so much for joining me in the studio. Very cool to have you here.
Great to be here, Caleb. Thanks for having me.
Now, I understand you're young and professional.
We'll say that, yeah.
I love it. I was actually a finalist in the category with you. Not as young, though.
Not far off it.
Yeah. I was like, I thought, I've got months before the cutoff. I'm like, I'm give it a go.
Yeah, good call.
Mate, tell me, what do you do? Tell me about your profession.
Absolutely. So I'm a senior associate up at Beck Legal. So work in our commercial and succession planning team. So work with a whole heap of businesses across Bendigo, Swan Hill, Victoria. So work with all of them on their business needs, essentially.
Wow.
So yeah, mainly focus on like your mergers and acquisitions. So
Cool.
buying and selling businesses, leasing, employment law. It's nice and broad, which is good. Always something different that comes in the door.
Oh, I reckon.
Yeah.
Gee, that'd be a fun kind of, and at times incredibly stressful spot to work in.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, how do you manage is it a really intense workload? How do you manage the challenges that come in?
Absolutely. I think that's probably something I've only gotten good at recently.
Yep.
I've been doing it for coming up to 7 years now. So it's something that I think when you're first starting out, it can be a bit overwhelming. And probably if you don't take the time to actually, put in those skills and those tools to be able to work on that stress and how best to manage your workload, it can get very overwhelming. So that is definitely something probably in the last 18 months I've only just started to get actually good at and how to actually manage my stress. But yeah, obviously it is a job that can be high pressure at times. But I think, at Beck Legal, we've got just in our commercial team, we've got a team of, I think it's about 5 or 6 just commercial lawyers. So we've got a big team that we can bounce stuff off each other, work on the stress together, I guess.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
I understand there's a pretty good culture at Beck Legal.
Absolutely.
Have you felt the business has fed into your ability to do the things that you want to do that have led to this award?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the main takeaway that I take from our Beck Legal culture is this people-first approach that we have, which I think, it almost sounds cliche. It's something that a lot of businesses say. It's like people-first business.
Yeah.
But I think Beck Legal is really promoting that really well, and it's why I'm becoming successful in this role as well. There's a clear career progression for everybody,
Nice.
for everybody in the team. So it's not just lawyers. We've got legal, admin, conveyances, marketing, HR, accounts. So I think it's looking at it as a whole business, not just a law firm. So taking that holistic business approach and creating a business for everybody to actually grow and develop.
Tell me about your background. So how did you get into law, and are you a Bendigo boy? Have you come from somewhere else?
Yeah, so I grew up in Wedderburn, so on a farm out there.
Yes.
So I went to school in Wedderburn, 6
Love
of us in our year 12 class, so very small.
Wow.
Yeah, so originally I thought maybe I'd want to go down to Melbourne, but came down to Bendigo for uni and pretty quickly realised that Melbourne wasn't for me, and I'm more than happy at Bendigo. Definitely not for me down there.
Tell me about
Yeah,
it, mate.
absolutely.
Oh, big city, too many people.
Too much traffic, yeah.
Too
Couldn't
much
do it, yeah. Yeah, so moved from Wedderburn to Bendigo, did my 5 years uni, so law and sports management, which a bit of a weird combo, but I enjoyed it at the time. It was good.
That's cool.
Yeah. So did that and then started at Beck Legal in 2019, straight after I finished uni. So, worked there for my last year of uni, just the casual, doing some legal admin work. And yeah, stuck around at Beck Legal and going well there.
Love it.
Yeah.
So tell me, what does the young and professional category mean? Like, what does it mean to you?
Great question. I think it's really such a broad one. I think, you look at the people who were the finalists in that category, such a high caliber of people. It could have gone to anybody. And even you just think about that, but also the people who would have been nominated. I think there's so many young and professional people and so many people doing such great things in Bendigo. You couldn't pick, it's so hard to pick just one single winner for it. Yeah. But I think for me, the key takeaway of the whole category is that it's such a reflection of Bendigo in general. And again, you see all the finalists, they're all involved in Bendigo in all different extents. You're not just working as part of your one set business, but it's all this community involvement and all these opportunities that Bendigo has to offer for all these young people to actually thrive and really develop all of their professional skills.
Yeah, what I heard from the kind of the little spiel that was given about you before you, as you were walking up and throughout your speech, that you're involved in quite a lot of things and in passing on your skills and knowledge and helping mentor younger people. I think that's one of the great things about, and you said it so wonderfully then, about that category, but what sets people apart or what they're really looking for is not just someone who's winning for themselves, but is investing and is lifting the community around them.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think that's probably the key thing that I really try and my ethos that I take to work and also to life in general, I guess, is, I think about it at work. I love mentoring, the junior staff members as well. And again, it's all about that people first approach, bringing people along with you. If people are happy in their role and people feel like they're developing in their role, people are going to stay around longer and they're going to enjoy their role a lot more as well. And I guess, being able to, so join the Bendigo Strikers board, work at La Trobe University as a tutor up there, trying to just, I guess I'm really young, but I say share some knowledge and sort of add value where I can and just get involved where I can as well.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, there's a beautiful passage in the Bible that says, "Let no one despise your age." It says, it's talking about the young people often get dismissed for not having too much value to bring. Yeah, but that's just nonsense a lot of the time.
Completely agree.
Right?
Yeah, and I think as well in the legal industry, that's something that's such a traditional industry. If you've got a big acquisition or something that you're wanting to get done, you're typically going to want potentially an older lawyer to run that for you. Yeah. But I think a lot of the time, these young people can be overlooked. They are actually, just as capable. They are working as part of a big team in the background anyway. So, I think you're right. Young people can be overlooked, I think, to some extent, but we do have value to add.
Yeah, we do. How young are you, can I ask?
I'm 29.
29.
So it's a scary age. Pushing 30, but not quite there yet.
That's great. So at 29, it seems like you've really hit your stride. Does it feel like that?
Good question. I hope there's still more to come.
Yeah, of course. I'm not saying you've peaked.
Absolutely. I hope not, yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, but I think it's, for me, it's about enjoying it. Yeah. And I think that's probably something that I've reflected on a lot, definitely in the last sort of 12 to 18 months is, as a young person and, particularly a young sort of ambitious person, you can step into the role, as a lawyer or as any other role, and you can, have all these goals for yourself and want to set them all straight away. But I think it's about taking that time to reflect and have an appreciation that it does take time to build all these skills to be able to run a successful business and to keep progressing within a business. Yeah. So I think that's where I'm at, that it's all about appreciating the journey that you're on and not wanting to rush it too much.
Yeah. That's really wise, mate. I like that because I tell you what, the amount of goals I had when I was, much younger than you was millionaire by 30. Yep. Because 30 was forever away.
Yeah, of course. It is for me too, yeah. Bit worrying.
But as you go along in the journey, you realise who you need to be to get the goals that you need to get. And a lot of it is just working on yourself and allowing the situations of life to work on you.
Absolutely. Yeah. And just, again, appreciating it takes time and it takes experience. It takes, mistake making for all that's happened. But just keep working on it.
Love it. Tell me, the Strikers, you've got the sports management?
So I'm finally using it. Yeah, which is great. Yeah, got there.
Yep. How good's that? So tell me about that journey. Like, what motivated you to join that
absolutely.
board?
Well, I think for me, I wanted to get involved in the community somehow. I love netball. It's a great sport. I love sport in general. So I knew I wanted to get involved more so in an admin sense in some kind of sport. I didn't know what sport it was. I love all sport. But then Bendigo Strikers, they're a new team in the Victorian Netball League, doing some amazing work to even just set up the team for Victoria and for Bendigo and the Bendigo region. So we're, getting players from all over regional Victoria, which, you think about the amount of young people who are playing netball, football. We're developed, like from grassroots, there's such amazing athletes getting developed. So to have a Bendigo VNL team highlighting, that amazing talent, incredible, which is so great to be involved in. And then I think for me as well, from a professional perspective, I think being able to work with such great people on that board as well. So I'm learning so much from them and developing so many skills from them. So beyond just working at Beck Legal and obviously working with great people there and learning from all those people, kind of wanted to branch out and learn from other people in other industries and try and apply that into a completely different industry.
Yeah. Was that your first board position?
It is.
Love it.
Yeah.
And how are you finding working in the governance side of an organisation?
Really good. Yeah. Which, because, well, again, it kind of goes hand in hand with corporate law. We do a lot of that sort of stuff, you know. All the rules that govern it, obviously govern, operation of an incorporated association.
Yes.
Do a lot of that at work. So I kind of also wanted to put all that theory sort of work that I've been, it's practical work for clients, but for me it's theory, actually put it into practice for me and have that experience firsthand.
Yeah, love that. It's a lawyer and a commercial lawyer is a very sought after skill set on nearly every board, right?
Absolutely.
So you'll be very well valued there, I'm
yeah,
sure.
Definitely. No, it's such a good board and such great people to deal with. So it's been fantastic to work with them.
Love it.
Yeah.
Tell me, La Trobe, what is your involvement over there at La Trobe? You said you're tutoring.
Yep. So it's running a class. So for final year law students, it's company law. So again, goes hand in hand with the commercial law that I'm doing. So I've been doing it for 2 years now, so just semester one each year. So it's running the class up there, facilitating that class with final year law students, which is really good. I think for me it was probably more so a self-confidence thing, something that I wanted to try and challenge myself and do, which first year I was a bit apprehensive about doing it, but stepped up, did it, realised it's actually enjoyable. I'm liking this. And I think as well for me, it's probably, which is the main driver behind it, is La Trobe Law School it's got so much potential, and we've got so much potential to keep all of these young law students and young law graduates in Bendigo rather than moving them down to Melbourne or up to Sydney into a bigger city firm. So I think being able to try and be involved in that and encourage people to try and stay regionally, particularly in Bendigo, is something I really wanted to get involved in.
Yeah, I mean, that's from a business perspective as well. I'm sure the team at Beck Legal are pretty happy for you to do that, given that the skills and new talent is something that a business is always needing to look for and search for. So that must be a really great way for you to be able to do that. Yeah,
definitely. I think that's probably, and I think about, business risks for any business. It's all about, retention of talent, and you want to keep people, you want to keep good people in your business. So being involved in that and sort of just keeping that front of mind, I guess. Really important aspect, and really enjoying it though. It's good. And it gets me out of the office for an hour every week, and something different. It's I like it.
Love it. Yeah, I'm just thinking, man, what are some of the other extracurricular activities that you get up to?
Great question. Yeah.
I mean, like you've got a fairly high hours requirement, high intensity job. You've got a whole bunch of things going on the side. You must be just sitting down twiddling your thumbs with all your spare time.
No, look, I'd love to get to the gym and play tennis and just try and keep active and all the usual stuff. Nothing too exciting, but try and fit it in when I can. But
no, I love it. Tell me about the awards process to start with. Like, what did it feel like being nominated and going through with an application?
Yeah, well, firstly, being nominated was a huge honour, and that was honour enough for me. And obviously a huge surprise as well, to be honest. Really didn't expect it when the email popped up in my inbox, but very excited. And then I saw the application and what was involved, and big application, as you know. It's a lot involved in it, which I thought was a bit daunting, but also such a great opportunity for self-reflection, which I know a lot of people say as well, but really to sit down, and I spent, quite a few hours actually getting through the application. Such a good opportunity to self-reflect, see what you've actually achieved in the past few years, how far you've come. It was actually a really good experience. At the time it took, not so much, but it was a really good experience to actually sit down and go through all that.
Yeah, I love it. How did it feel getting your name called out on the night?
Yeah, very surreal, very unexpected. And mainly just nervous getting up in front of that many people to say something, but very overwhelming.
Don't worry, me too, mate.
Absolutely, good to hear.
Yeah. Had you must have prepared a speech though.
I had a few dot points prepared. There was no chance I was going to potentially get up there with absolutely nothing, because it would have been an absolute car wreck. So I had to have something in my head.
This guy.
No, he still pulled it off.
No, that's really cool, man. And what has it been like after? Like, what's the impact of winning that award been?
Yeah, I think it's just been, I think initially it was more so just it was good from a personal perspective, like an appreciation, I guess, for the fact that you are, dedicated to your job and you have been putting in the hours. And So I guess that first step was really beneficial. And then I guess just trying to, think about ways that you can work this award into your day-to-day life and, try and I guess really enhance on that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you got comments from clients, or did you get?
Yeah, had a few people come out of the woodwork and sort of say congratulations and stuff. So it's nice to hear, as from a few random clients as well. So it is nice to get that appreciation and also realize that it kind of goes a long way as well. Like you don't realize how far the reach actually is within winning the award.
Yeah.
So yeah, feeling very appreciative of it.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Like, and in business, it's more often about building really good connections and networks,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
And so, especially in a business like yours, in a profession like yours, it's really important to be to have people to draw on, to have expertise to draw on.
Definitely.
And so, expanding that network is one of the most powerful things you could do. I'm sure you'd be
Absolutely. Yeah.
you'd be able to back that up, right?
Oh, definitely. It's something that, again, probably the last 24 months I've really been focusing on is trying to expand those relationships. I guess both internally within the firm and obviously also externally. And I think as well, when you're dealing with such a broad range of businesses, it's all about trying to understand those industry specifics for each business. I think the best way I try and look at my career and what I'm aiming to achieve, I'm definitely not there yet, but what I'm aiming to achieve is being, a competent commercial lawyer, but just a competent commercial business advisor at the end of the day. So try and take that holistic business approach to people's businesses.
Love that.
Yeah.
How does that set what is the differences that you can see in commercial law or commercial lawyers and the different approaches that you might be able to take? Like, where's your career going, and hone down a little bit more for me on what your unique kind of lens is that you bring to commercial law?
Good question. Yeah. I think, again, and this is just a reflection of Beck Legal, I think it's the way that we're training commercial lawyers and training each other as well, because we've all got different strengths, all got different weaknesses. It's all about working on each other's strengths and weaknesses to the best of our abilities. And I think it's for all of us, what we're trying to achieve is just taking that holistic business approach. So working with our clients, and we might be helping them with a merger and like a business sale, for example, or a business purchase. That's obviously step one in a big transaction. And what else can we do to actually protect their business and then elevate their business for success even more?
Love it. Finally, this is an individual award category, and they're a bit different to talking about a business. You have to talk about yourself,
which I'm not good at. Yeah,
you've done really well so far, mate. But what advice would you have to someone else who might be nominated for an individual award, and what were some of the challenges you overcame, or the way you approached it?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Great question.
Well, I mean, it can be a little bit confronting, right?
Absolutely.
You're not only in the spotlight, you're in the spotlight right from the start. You have to look internally. You have to say, why am I deserving of this, right?
Very true, yeah. And I think it, for me anyway, it links back to, which again, it's, it's hard for me as it is an individual award, which is hard for me to kind of reflect on, because I do actually genuinely look at it as, I think it's a Beck Legal award. It's, I wouldn't be developing at the rate or progression that I'm having if it wasn't for Beck Legal and that career progression that they are putting in.
Yeah.
So I think while it's so great if you are, nominated for an individual award, it is about taking that bigger look, although it is an individual award, what's actually contributed to you getting to that point as an individual. Is it the people around you, which most of the time it is. If you're working with people who are, in a position that you want to be in 10 years' time, I think that's obviously the best thing you can be doing. So I guess taking that opportunity to reflect and appreciate this, the people around you that get you to where you are.
That's really good advice, mate. And it's something that, I think would help anyone going through that application process to think, look, life is not all just about me, right?
Absolutely.
And where I've come to is I can't put all of the glory on my own shoulders. Like, I've been built by the people around me, and
absolutely,
and leaning into that. But
definitely,
yeah, I love the angle there.
Yeah, good
job, Shaun.
Beautiful,
mate. Thanks so much for spending some time with me out of your busy schedule.
Of course, it's very enjoyable.
Yeah, good. I can't wait to see what you do next, mate.
Perfect. Same to you, Caleb. Thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks so much for tuning into this episode as part of the limited series Team Up with Bendigo and Hebron Films. podcast featuring the winners of the 2025 Business Excellence Awards. There are 13 episodes in total in this miniseries, so if you're at all curious about the other award recipients, then head over and check them out. We also have a new episode of Remarkable Regional Business dropping every fortnight, so please follow us wherever you get your podcasts. And finally, if you know someone who has or runs a great regionally based business and has a remarkable story to tell, then I would love to get them into the studio and tell it. You can dob them in at hebronfilms.com/podcast.